You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Shine, go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. Lights are shining bright. My friends are in the club, we'll go all night. I see you in the back, the mood is right. If I just had your number, I would let you know how I feel. You walk up to me, start dancing to the music and the chase. Like this was meant to be. Take my hand, I feel my heart beat, and I don't want this moment to stop. Time to go home. Don't want this night to end. Yeah, about time we stop pretending. Come home with me. Let's write a history. Tonight I'll make you see. It's all about us. It's all about us. As we're dancing close together, making out. It's all about us. It's all about us. There's a magic in your eyes, can't get enough. Feel your hands, the way you're touching me around my neck. this night to end. Yeah, about time we stop pretending. Come home with me. Let's write a history. Tonight I'll make you see. It's all about us. It's all about us. It's all about us. As we're dancing close together, making out, making out. It's all about us. It's all about us. There's a magic in your eyes, can't get enough. I can't get enough. It's all about us. It's all about us. It's all about us. It's all about us. Time to go home. Don't want this night to end. Yeah, about time we stop pretending. Come home with me. Let's write a history. Tonight I'll make you see. It's all about us. It's all about us. As we're dancing close together, making out. It's all about us. It's all about us. There's a magic in your eyes, can't get enough. Can't get enough.
Oh, where did my intro go? Whoops. I thought I had another 10 more seconds. I was going to have my drink. Anyway. Hi! Happy Tuesday morning, beautiful people, depending on where you are in the world. It is April. Only April. I feel like it has been 10 years this month. I feel like I've aged 10 years this month. Today I am going to be covering a whole bunch of different stuff, including the USA tax tariffs, and a whole bunch of really cool new previews for PCO2 Tulip Tales. But first, I want to say hi to everybody who is in the chat who has taken the time to come and watch me live. Usually I'm on this time yesterday. Actually, I'm kind of like on time today. What the? Let's say hi to everyone. Where's my mouse? Here it is. Hi Jane. Hi Dee. Mary. Bianca. Oh, time for cake. I'll have some cake. Hi to Michael. Hi to Angela, Nikki, Jennifer, Larry. Larry, I will remember your name. Marisol, Dee, and Michael's posted a little update after his biking accident. He's doing really well. His teeth are still giving him a bit of trouble. He's still got a few more checkups and all that sort of stuff to do, but he's doing quite well. Who else we got? Jennifer. Yay, Jennifer Moore. So much inspiration coming across my screen. It gives me hope that someday, maybe. Yes, I absolutely love our new opener for the live instead of just a boring countdown screen. We've got so much inspiration from our amazing community. I did, Michael said didn't have the chance to update the show and tell this week. I actually updated it. There was a whole bunch of new ones. Hopefully I did a good enough job. Thank you, Mary. Hi to Mary. And yeah, same, back to Jane. Jennifer, the intro reel is amazing. Bianca, Jennifer, Jane, the stickers are cute. Yay. Oh my gosh, Sherelle, you're in my old hood. That's where I grew up. Well, actually, I grew up in a adjacent suburb to Maroubra, so that was my local beach. Yeah, that that's where I grew up. That was my happy place, was going down by the beach, going up onto the rocks around there. So, wow. Oh, I'm hoping to get back there someday soon and just like chill out. I miss just listening to the waves crashing. Not actually going in the water because like Maroubra's a rough beach, but yeah. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh no, having a rough day. Definitely some cake. Not that we condone, eating our feelings. Not that that's what I do here. Look, I blame Harry Potter. Like, Lupin gives, chocolate. This will make you feel better. Sure, because that's where it comes from. Yeah, the first song in the intro makes my heart happy. It's interesting because like I have gone to change the intro songs so many times, and I think I change them up for Christmas, but they speak to me on so much another level, so I've kept them for so long. Hi to Mimo. Hi to Jamie's mum. Yeah. Yeah, hi to Leah. Yeah, I thought Maroubra was your place. The name sounded familiar and thought of you straight away. Yeah, Maroubra is my old local beach. I grew up in a suburb called Hillsdale, which is like just back, if you go inland just a little bit, that's where I grew up. Yeah, so hi, thanks for joining. It is thanks Laurie. Hi Laurie. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe, all that sort of jazz that lets YouTube know that people actually want to keep watching what we do here, because it does make a difference. I have been getting people entering in our group because we ask, how did you find out about us? And I always love it when I see, found you through watching YouTube, saw you're live on the YouTube. So hi to everybody who's watching, because I know that there are people who watch us after. And I think that the algorithms track commenting in the live and commenting after the live separately. I do need to get better at going back in and replying to everybody's comment after. I'll add it to my list of never-ending things to do. On that note, it is school holidays here in Australia, as my USA friends like to say, again. Yes, again. We're on week 2 of the school holidays, which means that they go back to school next week. So that's been a little bit of extra chaos thrown in. We've also had another, due to everything that has been going on over the last few years, and especially recently, Michael has been in training for the last couple of weeks. So he's becoming or getting his accreditation, or just gotten his accreditation to be a broker, a finance, loans, mortgage broker. So if you're in Australia, it doesn't matter where in Australia you are, he's signed up with Mortgage Choice and is just about to get all that made official. So if you need a mortgage, personal loan, car loan, all that sort of stuff, let us know. Because that's where we're at now. And it's so if you, yep. Look, let's jump into the I'm shaking. I am not able to keep still right now. Let's do, thanks for all the congratulations off to Michael. Yeah, we needed to bring in an extra income source, just with all the changes that are happening and all the uncertainty at the moment. So, we've been quite transparent on a lot of how we've been traveling here over the last, few years, and, from the warehouse issues that we had with our previous warehouse to, COVID and all that sort of stuff. And I mean, if I'm not transparent enough, my face is with all the breakouts. So you can always tell when we're going through a really rough time. So yeah, if you're in Australia and you need a loan done, Michael can hook you up. Or give you advice, or I don't know what the right terminology is there. I have only had 4 hours sleep. But yeah, there we go. thank you. Tell all your friends. Let me know if I can help. Just a few days away from going live. All my training is done. Just waiting for new final things. There you go. That's what I was meant to say. Let's go into the stuff that nobody wants to talk about, but we have to. Before we jump into the pretties, and I've got so many pretties to show you today. And what's really breaking me this morning is in the last 24 hours, I've seen so many businesses closing. And this is not what I'm talking about for us, but it's just heartbreaking. Let me just pull up my notes. So it's look, it is really frustrating when another country makes changes, and especially when, like at this point, they're really trying to dictate where we produce our items and our products. And like if every country did that to every business, like that would just kill off trade. Like that would kill off so much inspiration and global community. It's frustrating to see how this is impacting so many people. People who I look up to, people who are just trying to make a living, and for nonsense, for oh, yeah. And then to have things change on a daily basis. And I mean, knock on wood, well, not knock on wood because I don't want things to stay how they currently are, but do I need to pack the kits in iPhone boxes now to get them past? Like, is that the way that... It is ridiculous. And I'm sure as many other small businesses, regardless of where in the world you are exhausted. And I really appreciate all the messages from people saying we'll support you, and you know, we've got you and all that. Like when I'm feeling really low, and there's been a lot of those moments where I have just, it's like another thing, right? It's and I was watching Catnip, which is, I haven't actually been able to support her by purchasing off her website for yet, but like she's one of my creators that I follow, and she posted last night that she's closing down her studios, and I just had this grief because I really like I still do aspire like her vlogs, and just to see that someone who's so inspirational is also in a world away, she's in the UK, is just going through that. It was the straw that broke the camel's back sort of thing, and she's still continuing but closing the studio and moving home and things like that. And I need to watch the rest of the YouTube because it was like 3 a.m. last night that I watched it. But like just seeing that and seeing the impact, and logging onto Instagram or Facebook and seeing another business is closing is just, it hurts. And I am trying to remain positive, but the mental health struggles right now are really hard. And I know that a lot of people, myself included, really want to say things and voice things in our group. And I really appreciate that we've kept, and I mentioned this in the last live, I really appreciate that we've kept our group as a happy, positive place. Because we do know all this stuff's going on in the background. But we also need a place where we can not have that as much as I know that it's impacting on everything. So yeah, it is exhausting. I get really nervous now being on these lives, potentially saying the wrong thing. Especially as somebody who wants to travel to the USA again one day. It is nerve-wracking. So that being said, let me jump into the official stuff that I need to say about this, so that I don't say what I'm really thinking. The latest from our warehouse is that they are currently working on options for us. If you, for those who don't know our story, we're an Australian-based business. Jamie works with us. She's in the USA. When COVID hit, we had to move a lot of our operations outside of Australia into China because we were unable to ship from here. And it was our first warehouse really did us dirty, but our current warehouse is amazing. And because we ship worldwide, like at our peak, we were 80 countries worldwide. And like, that just blows my mind. And so considering that there are products that can only be made in China for the planner community, it makes sense for us to have a warehouse in China, because then it's a centralized distribution. We're not paying taxes in and out of Australia, plus an additional shipping time, all that sort of stuff. So it made sense. If we were a USA company, it makes sense to have obviously a warehouse at home or in a USA warehouse, because, you know, its majority of your stuff was probably going to the USA. But even though we have a huge percentage of USA customers, it was too expensive to explore that option and ship out of the USA, because we have looked at it. We've looked at all options over many years, not just now. So we have been chatting with the warehouse daily, and, you know, Michael's really been doing a great job of sort of that, and I can only imagine what our warehouse is currently going through. Like, I'm really feeling for them too. And they're giving us updates as soon as they have them. The reality is there's still a relative uncertainty about it. The wind could change and the decision could change. And we were about to make a statement last week on the whole thing. I was like, yep, okay, I'm going to finish this off, and then I'm going to finish off the kit, and then I'm going to do the announcement. We drafted the announcement up, and then I woke up the next morning and everything had blown up even more, which sent me spiraling. So my main priority was to finish off the kit, and then it just came up that this live was then coming up, and I thought, well, let's just chat about it here. So I should say that today's date is the 15th of April in Australia, so the 14th of April 2025 in the US, and this is what we currently know. As I said, that could change. PCO1 Yodel will be shipping from China worldwide, and it's shipping on time. I cannot believe this. It is going to be on time. I found out this morning. I'm so freaking excited about that, because with Michael's accident and everything that happened, I was sure that this kit was going to be behind. But I mentioned earlier that our suppliers were doing a massive favor for us and trying to catch us up. So, like, as I said, our suppliers and our warehouse are just amazing. So that is incredible news. PCO, sorry, that was PCO1 Yodel. PCO2, Tulip Tales. Did I write this down? I thought I wrote it down. Will be... Oh, I know that Michael said this to me this morning. I can't quite remember. Hold on, here it is. From PCO3. So PCO3 will be shipping from there. Hold on, let me start again. I'm good.
Can I help?
No, I think I got it. I just needed to reorient my brain.
Okay.
The meds haven't kicked in. There's a struggle.
Okay.
They're fighting against a lot this morning. The coffee isn't coffeeing. The words aren't wording, and the meds aren't medding. So the reality is, for our USA customers, we are going to be charged a tax. We are going to be charged the tariffs / taxes, the new ones that have been brought in, and we will be passing that on. Now, I'm sure that if I say the wrong thing, Michael's going to come in and correct me. So, safety net. We are still working on ways to keep this as low as possible. And what we're looking at doing, so we've got our warehouses just confirming whether we can send by carrier pigeon. But at the moment, what we're looking at doing is bringing the American stock into Australia, doing our final assembly here for the American stock only, and then shipping out from Australia. What that means is that there's going to be a longer shipping time of approximately 2 weeks for our American customers. There will be additional costs because there is additional duties to bring the stock into Australia. There's duties, warehousing, shipping from Australia is also way more expensive. Cool. Looks like you're doing good. Shipping from Australia is way more expensive, which is one of the reasons, aside from the fact that we couldn't ship out during COVID, that we ship from China. But what we're doing is bringing in the subscription products only during the subscription period. So, and that's to keep the pricing for the sub as low as possible. But we're still going to have to obviously add the taxes and tariffs and all that onto that. Now, what that means for back catalogue is that if things continue with the current plans, that's going to be much more expensive. Now, we don't know exactly how much, but there's the 45% tariff that they've announced, plus the original HS codes, which then I don't see people talking about this, and it just adds to the confusion. But there's the original HS codes, which are like 25 to 35% for stationery on top of the announced tariffs. That's right?
That is correct.
Yeah. So
those charges used to be avoided because of the de minimis rules.
Yeah, I don't know if they can hear you because you're behind with the microphone.
That's
Feel free to pop around if you want. So yeah, those used to be. Michael's here. Those
Cameo.
It is.
Wait, which is my good side?
Yeah, not that side.
That side.
Or is it that side? I don't know. I can't tell. It's all reversed. Will we give you an estimate before we're charged?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the postcards 02, which you're about to show previews of, I guess.
I am. A whole slew of them.
Happy days. So that product, like Sam said, we're bringing in the stock for the US subscribers because that'll ship in the middle of May. If we had have shipped that from China, we would be charged 145 plus 25 to 35% of the cost. That would bankrupt us because we obviously haven't charged you for that. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to bring, for the US customers who have ordered that, your stock will come to us in Australia. I'll get my warehousing boy hat on again, and we will pack those here and then ship them out. So like Sam said, about a 2-week delay. That will cost us. We're not going to charge you for that. From Postcards 3 though, we will be passing those extra costs on. And like Sam said, those extra costs are the import duty to Australia. We think it will go out to the USA as an Australian originating shipment, and therefore will avoid the tariffs.
Because de minimis.
Because of the de minimis rules that are still in place from Australia. So we think that's the case. And then there's extra costs here because we're going to have storage here. We're going to have to have shipping lines here. We have to have a bunch of warehouse things here that we don't currently have. So all up, we think the impact to you from a price point of view is going to be somewhere between 30 and 40%. But we will confirm that once we know. I'm just waiting on some extra information to come through from a couple of the old partners we used to work with locally.
And because we don't have a current history with them, that's harder to get.
Well, that's right, because we had a big history with them up until 2020, 2021, and then we've not used those services since. So we're starting from square one rather than the significantly advanced position that we had. But the good news is we have a plan, and I think the other thing that Sam said, which is really important to note, is that that's only going to be for the subscription products. It's not practical for us to bring a bunch of stock back and have 2 warehouse locations.
Well, this was our stock room. This room was our stock room.
That's right.
There is definitely no room now for stock.
Yeah. So we don't have the space to do that, nor do we have the funds to do that. So if we were to bring that back, so just to let you know, back in 2021 or 2020, 2021 I think it was, when we shipped that over, we took out a fairly large loan, which we've only just paid back to get the stock over there.
Like 40 grand, 50 grand?
More than that.
Yeah.
And to pay import taxes and those kind of things. We'd have to do the whole thing again, and then it's for who knows how long. So, that's not going to happen. So I guess the important thing is if there is something that you've been that you've had your eye on,
that's back catalogue
from the range that's currently on sale, and you're in the USA, buy it now.
Yep.
If you're anywhere in the rest of the world, buy it now because it's cheap. We got a sale on.
Yeah.
But after May the 1st, there won't be any implication for you in terms of the speed of delivery or the cost. It's this tariff only affects customers in the US.
Yeah, because we're not raising our prices. This isn't us.
No.
This is we are literally passing on what we're getting charged.
That's right.
Which sucks because we're having to work harder for.
Yeah. The thing we don't know is what that will look like on the invoice that you buy. So we're working with the developer to try and have it clearly articulated as the tariff implication.
Because Shopify doesn't have that included, so that's another fun thing that
So it's all right. We got people. Worst case, we're just going to add it to your cost, the cost of the product for you. We can do that manually, line by line for each person. So I say worst case because that's a lot of manual editing, but we need to pass those costs on. So like I said, I think from Postcards 3, the change will be, we expect it's going to be somewhere between 30 and 40%. I'm just finalising our understanding of the rules, and B, our understanding of, or not our understanding, B, the costs that the providers likely want to charge us. And we're only going to be passing on rather the difference that it costs us to ship to you from here versus what it would cost to ship to you from China. We hope that it
plus
is resolved quickly.
Plus there's extra shipping from us.
So we're charging that difference.
Yeah.
That's what I said, isn't it?
I thought you said
we're charging the difference of what it would cost to ship from here versus what it would cost to ship from China.
Yeah.
So if it used to cost $14 USD, which is about what it used to cost, and it now costs $35 USD, we'll be charging that extra $21. as an extra fee. But I guess the main thing we wanted to stress is that we're doing everything we can to minimise the impact to you, and we're only going to be passing on what we need to in terms of that cost. We're really glad that we've been able to have the flexibility to move that facility out. It's just going to cost a little bit of time and a little bit of money to do so. But the good news is we'll still get lots of great planet inspiration and good goodies, hey? Yeah. And like I say, for everyone else in the rest of the world, no change to situation normal. And then, like I said it once already, but if there's something in the store that you're really keen on, act now. So we're going to turn the sale off the moment that the warehouse advises us they can no longer get product into the USA prior to the tariff deadline. So my understanding is that from May 2nd, anything that arrives at the airport from 12:01 a.m. on May 2nd is going to get charged the tariff at the shipper's expense, so at our expense. So if we haven't charged that to you, then we just lose money.
Yeah. And we don't have a lot of profit to lose.
Yeah, that's right.
Like that's the issue. We're a small business, and we've worked so hard at keeping our prices as low as possible because we know that our amazing customers are also struggling.
Yeah.
So
it's tough times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of where we're at. So at the moment, that looks like it's going to be sort of the 22nd-ish of May is going to be no longer of April. Sorry, it's going to no longer be practical to ship things to get it in time into
potentially
the US
earlier.
in time.
So don't leave it till the last minute. Don't leave it till if there's something you've got your eye on, order it soon because it can change overnight.
Yeah.
Like we've seen that a freaking social message, whatever, can change things in an instant. So if there is something that you want from back catalogue, then order it now because it's never going to be this cheap again from what we've been told.
Yep. The sooner the better. Then Sharon's offered to come up in her van and help pack. Thanks, Sharon. We might call on you for that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the thing. That's how we're going to do it. For the Australians who watch this and wonder why we're not bringing your stock in as well, believe it or not, it's cheaper for us to send it to you direct from China than it would be for us to send it here and then to you via Ozpost.
Because we also have de minimis here in Australia.
Yeah, that's right.
To bring stuff in from overseas.
So it's cheaper and it's faster.
Yeah.
Because the product goes from our warehouse, usually our suppliers send to the warehouse. They send us a quality control pack. At the same time, we get the quality control pack. I look at it, it's fine or not. We make adjustments if we need. But if it's fine, it's about 3 days from when the product leaves our factory to when it actually starts leaving the warehouse to ship to you. If it comes to Australia, it's going to be at least 10 days, by which time, and if there's an error in something that's produced, we have to wait longer time to send it back. So for the Australians wondering why on earth the Australian company that you deal with is sending stock to the USA via Australia, but not to Australia via Australia, it's because of speed and cost.
Yeah. And this is the thing, our warehouse is set up in the best possible way to do that for us.
Yeah.
It also means that as a small business, having things, as I mentioned before, centralized makes a lot of sense for us. And we know we're not the only one.
Yeah, it gives us the ability to do a lot of things that we couldn't do before.
Absolutely.
Which is why we love working with them.
Yeah. And the thing is too, we've explored all sorts of options from getting our stickers made here again, but the place, which we loved our local sticker, our local papers were amazing, but they've sold their printer off due to rising costs, and we can't get that printed here anymore. And it took me, how long before we started PA in 2017? It was it took me 6 months to find a printer that would print
It took ages.
on paper that planner people and crafters would actually like.
Everything would come back glossy. I'd be like, that looks good. Sam's like, no.
Or it would have that toner sheen, and I'm like, nope. And he's like, and the printers just wouldn't understand it. And I'm like, no. And they're like, okay, well then we'll put a matte cello gloss over the top. And I'm like, no, that also is not okay. And they're like, why? And it's so hard to explain to non-planners, crafty people, why why I was being a pain in the backside.
Yeah, it's a niche
In the
product
ass.
and there's not that many suppliers. So anyway, the good news is we're going to be able to continue with the same quality. We've got a way that we think is going to be the quickest and cheapest way of getting it to you with the least impact all round. And if the situation changes and we're able to ship from China cost effectively again, then we will, and we'll adjust the pricing accordingly. I guess the thing that we wanted to emphasise is we've worked hard to find the right way around it.
And we will continue to.
Within the rules, and we'll continue to be nimble and change as we find other ways to get the planner kits to you. But the important thing to note is it's until rules change significantly, the only thing you'll be able to get really is the new releases, which is going to be the planner kits.
Which Jamie has brought up a really good point,
Yes.
which means that we cannot combine or add into orders anymore for the USA.
Yep.
So we will not be able to. So if something's if like you want to order, if you started with PCO2 but you wanted to throw in PCO1, we can't do that anymore. The only way to get PCO1 is to order via back catalogue with the full tariffs on top, which is going to be expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll ship faster than what we ship from here, but it's going to be expensive.
Yeah, that's right. But the option's going to be there for you if you want to do that.
Yeah, and we do have to work out how to do that on the website as well, because it's not built in.
No.
So that's more stuff that we have to.
That's right. Email on Larry. He's going to help us again.
Cool.
That's probably all I wanted to cover.
Cool.
There's
Thanks
been
for
a number.
popping in.
That's right. I saw you struggling a little bit with the mechanics. So I know.
I'm trying to hold back what I want to say.
I know the numbers are not your strong point. I know it's an emotional situation.
Not just that, but it's more that there's a lot that I really want to say right now, and I can't.
I get it. Squeeze your hands. Do what you tell Lachlan to do. Play with your fidget. Play with your fidget.
Emotional regulation, so that I don't scream into a pillow.
Yeah. So it's been Marisol's right. It's been a lot of work in the last couple of weeks to get around it. It wasn't helped that the numbers in the situation kept changing on a daily basis for a little while.
And that's the thing that they don't. All of these economists and politicians don't take into account some of them, is the toll on mental health for small businesses. Like the big guys can get exemptions for their
they also have
iPhones and
teams of hundreds of people to work on this sort of stuff.
Exactly. And seeing, I hate social media right now because I go on there and I just see, another business is closing, another business is struggling, and I'm not saying that it's bad that they're posting that. I'm actually saying it's good, and which is one of the reasons why we are so transparent, is it's good to let everybody know the reality of that. But
yeah. Keep fidgeting your fidget. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. I got a training course in longer than I thought, like an hour. Anyway, good to see everybody.
Thanks for popping in.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You're looking.
Oh yeah, there was a scar here.
I was going to say, did you want to, while you're on? You can't really see it as much anymore.
No, you can't see this one very much. You can't see this one here very much. You can kind of see this one, and you can't really see this one, and you can kind of see this graze still, and you can kind of see, where is it?
There.
I can't see it in the camera.
It's because of the lights.
They
might be able to see it.
Yeah, you might be able to see this one here. So I got off pretty lucky. Good thing that there was a helmet involved. Oh, Kathleen's got a question.
Kathleen has a really good question. Yeah.
So the question is, how much would it cost in the US for our sub if you kept shipping direct?
Because we don't know exactly.
Yeah, so we don't know exactly because the numbers keep changing. Jamie's right, somewhere between 145 and 165% more. We need to declare those shipments into the US based on the value that you pay. If we declare too low, as in like $3 or $4 an item, there's a danger that the thing that they'll hold them up, they'll dispute it, and then they'll charge us back taxes for every shipment.
They'll destroy it potentially.
And they'll destroy it. So if we were to ship direct from China, the cost would be basically 1.5 times what you pay in addition to what you currently pay. So if you currently pay 100 Australian dollars, the cost would be 250 Australian dollars in total. So we don't want to do that, obviously, because that's unsustainable for everybody involved.
But it makes no sense.
Yeah, so the process that we've developed, which will be moving the product unassembled to Australia. We're going to assemble it locally. We'll box it locally. We'll put it into our DHL bags like we used to do. And then it will be, we think that $100 purchase will become $130 or $140, depending on the shipping cost. Really is going to be the thing that's going to change it at this point. Everything else we kind of know. So that's kind of where that will go. So if, for instance, if you wanted to buy something post the 2nd of May that's in stock in the warehouse, let's say you wanted to buy a Melody for $140, that Melody would be $140 plus tariffs, and the tariffs on that would be another $210. So that would cost you $350 in total for that Melody.
I mean, what's really hurting us as well is, like, before all this, we would get through on the de minimis, right? Because pretty much all of our shipments, bar maybe one or two, if we were lucky, would come in under the or almost all of them would come in under the de minimis amount. But because he's scrubbed de minimis just for China, it's impacting businesses like ours.
Yeah. It is.
So if he kept the de minimis, which we know they won't because it's because of Temu, Shein, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. It does matter. I was going to say it doesn't matter, but it does matter. It's making things more difficult and more costly for a lot of people. The good thing is that we've been able to react and adapt our processes, and we've got the most cost-effective way possible to get it to you. Last week, Sam, Jamie and I sat down and we modelled out all of the different scenarios that we were aware of.
Including Jamie taking our stock.
That's right, including sending it to Jamie. But barring some kind of disaster with the cost of sending product to Australia and then subsequently out from Australia, Australia is our best option, which is why we're choosing it. Our warehouse have got some creative people in there trying to think of ways that they can do it as well. If and when they are able to implement something for us, for our customers in the US, then we will be doing it, because we want to get things to you as quickly and cheaply as possible. Australia at the moment looks like it's going to be the cheapest and quickest. It may not be for the long term. Anyway, as always, if you've got any questions, we're going to put a post up in the group at some point with those rules. When we do put that post up, it's just going to be factual. It's going to be what we're doing. We don't want any political commentary in there. We understand that it's a frustrating scenario.
We're feeling it.
We are feeling it, but we want to make sure that information is just factual and this is what it is. We don't want to have it be, people be distracted by how they feel, positive or negative, about the changes. We just need to work through them, and we need to find a way of giving you the product in the quickest and cheapest way possible.
And also, I still want to go into the group, and if like, my mental health is trash with all this, especially, and having that in there, and you can tell I have feels about it, that we both have feels about it, and
Anyway, thank you all for the support. It's been really wonderful. I'm loving seeing the comments, as I know Sam is.
I've been trying to put as many up as I can.
It really helps us, and we know that you're on the journey with us. We're going to do.
Which have been. I can't believe,
right.
like, we've got the most amazing.
We do.
Community who's been through so much.
Yeah. And we're going to do everything we can to keep keeping you informed and being as transparent and honest as we can. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to head off and let Sami
share pretty things
now. But just a reminder for the Aussies in the chat or watching the video, I'm very excited.
Plug. Today's YouTube is sponsored by
Mortgage Choice, Michael Gale. Just a couple of days and you'll be able to reach out and I'll be able to help you with all manner of things, loan-wise. I've even got a service where if somebody wants a new car, I can get it delivered to them on a truck full of petrol. I know. Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
And if they've got a trade-in, the truck takes the old car away. I know. How goes that? Anyway, all of those things.
Okay, people want to see pretty.
Sorry, I'm going to go and you're going to see... What are they going to see?
PCO2 Tulip Tales.
And also Sam's got a whole bunch of kits that she hasn't shown you in physical
Let's
form.
see how I'm feeling.
See how you're feeling.
I got a lot to show when I'm not feeling too great.
You want some food? Chocolate maybe? I heard you talking about chocolate earlier. make you feel better. Professor
Oh,
Lupin was
that's
right.
He was. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. Bianca says, if I see it in the group, I'll report it to you guys and be removed. There's,
Yes, we do deserve an escape pretty well. I
yeah,
agree. Well
there's
said.
actually a rule on our group that if 2 people report something, it does get removed. It just does it automatically. Jamie has this, a shout out to Jamie, because Jamie has been on top of all the posts while we get a little bit of sleep, because we don't get a lot of sleep here. Chocolate. I haven't even been able to finish my coffee.
That's how you survive.
I know. Yeah. So yeah, it's Prettyville. Let me chuck on my captain's hat.
See ya.
Could you take this, because now it's cold and I don't want to be drinking cold coffee.
Gotcha.
Nobody wants cold coffee. Well, unless it's meant to be
Permission
cold.
to pour it down the sink.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Ooh. Okay. So that is. Thanks for popping in. So that's the update. Yeah. Thanks all for listening through all that. Hold on. Yeah, let's jump all over all the board. I love this, Talia. Let's just get started with pretties. Let's just reset. Let's have a reset. And let's start with let's see if this will work. I do have a video. Maybe I can stretch while I'm showing you the video. Are we ready? Are we ready? I hope this works. Introducing PCO2 Tulip Tales.
Welcome to Planners Anonymous Flight PC02 Tulip Tales. We're cruising comfortably as we depart Switzerland and head off into the Netherlands. As we approach, you'll notice picture-perfect dusky skies. If you are seated on the left side of the plane, we'll see the beautiful floral markets and waterways. Those on the right side will find the iconic tulip fields and windmills waiting right outside your window. During our flight, our crew will be serving delicious stroopwafels and pommes frites. With a side of washi, of course. Pack your pens, prep your planners, and get ready for stroopwafels and tulips. The Netherlands awaits.
Hey! Got the captain's hat on. We are heading to the Netherlands. Yeah, that's a little bit of fun. I have a lot of fun making these videos for the little captain's announcement. We've updated our windows. We're off to find a windmill. I've been watching Ted Lasso season 4 on repeat, the Sunflowers episode, because they go to Amsterdam. And this kit, I firstly, let me apologize because the previews are late. That is due to all the, firstly, catching up from Michael's accident, but secondly, all the fun that we just talked about definitely put us back probably about 4 or 5 days. But it's we have the previews. It is looking incredible. And this kit, so some of the I learn so many amazing things when I'm doing these kits. So I have not traveled a lot, / really much at all. I've been to the States, I want to say 3 times now in my life, and that's really all the travel outside of Australia that I've done. So the postcards series is me also exploring, me learning about different places in the world. Jamie has been to a lot of these places, so she is a bit of my travel guide. And Michael has been to some of them as well. And it's really cool just to learn. Like last time when we went to Switzerland, I learned about the cow parades. And I want to thank, I'm trying to think who it was who in our group posted the video. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I have Chrome open so I can check. Of one of the parades in our group, because that was incredible. I was like, yes, that is amazing. Hold on, I'm just trying to scroll down. Scrolly. Here it is. It is from Patricia Cohen. Thank you so much for Patricia. So I showed you the preparation of the flower parade where my husband's company and others are working on, like, and she shows the result of the hard work. Like, that is incredible. Like, I am really loving that there's like, that we're sharing that experience within our group. It's like, I feel like we're playing an epic game of Anywhere But Here right now, like living vicariously. And that is something that I like to do through my kits. And, you know, it's a little bit of fun. It is absolutely what was that?
Sorry, I thought that would be quiet, but it wasn't.
Where was I? Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And one of the words that, and I actually learnt this through watching Ted Lasso, and I apologize for my pronunciation. But one of the words and the concepts that I've learnt is gazillic. I think that gazillic, and I know it's got like a in it, and I'm trying to used to do that sound in karate, and it's very. I'm trying to say it right, and I apologize, but it's like this warm, comfortable feeling, and there's no real direct English translation, and I've actually got it on one of the journal cards for this kit, because I love it. It's somebody said it's Hugo, but the Netherlands sort of version, the Dutch version, but it just if you've seen Ted Lasso, I just fell in love with the whole that episode is giving me feels right now. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of different things that I've been inspired by, and let me walk you through some of the stuff in the kit. Let me bring up the stickers first. So, and I think I showed some of these. Oh, let me move over. I think I showed some of these last time. So we're off to find a windmill. Okay, they swear in in Ted Lasso, but that is definitely a new echolalia that I have picked up. And I think it's the cutest, prettiest windmill. And we've got some gorgeous flowers, because not only do they grow the most amazing tulip fields there, but they also grow daffodils there and a whole bunch of other florals, which are just like, it was hard to narrow this down. Bicycles. Can we just? I have to be honest here. This part of the kit was a little bit triggering, considering everything that happened with Michael. This took me a hot minute to get over. The bicycle riding, which was also in the Ted Lasso. And then we have some very special minis for this kit. We have some cute little bees, some little BBs, for this kit, and I'm so here for them. So I am hoping. Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
Would you mind closing my door, please? Thank you. So yeah, we have the cutest little bees. Close the door, please. Thanks. Your exits are here and here. Please close the exit, secure the cabin doors, and prepare for takeoff. Gotta theme it up, right? So the mini is absolutely adorable. We are so here for the tulips, and I haven't done tulips. I've wanted to. I haven't done tulips since Picnic in the Park, which was like, I don't know, 2018, I want to say. So it was really exciting to do tulips again. Next up we have, and there was a question which I saw come up. Okay, I love the new voiceover. Who does it? That's actually, it's actually an AI voice. So I write it all out, and then I get AI to do it, and I redo it a few times so it gives the right feel, because sometimes it doesn't come through straight away. And then I add a few effects over it, and I also multi-layer it with different backgrounds so that there's, I don't know if you could tell if you're wearing headphones, you'll be able to hear like really low behind. There's also the sounds of like airplane noise, and we've got the airplane ding in there and things like that as well. So it's all like, that is all put together. I put that all together, which is fun. That is not Jamie's voice, but Jamie has the most amazing voiceover voice. She actually did the chapters voiceover voice, although we changed it slightly, which was really bizarre because it's her but not her. Because I had to speed up a few things in that, so it ended up changing the pitch, and yeah, it was interesting. But this is an AI voice, and then heavily modified to get the right tone as if it's coming through on an airplane, because you all know that they have a specific sound, right? Or at least the airplanes that I've been on do. Okay, I know I showed these last week, but let's bring up the weekly over last week, the week before, whenever the last live that I did. Thank you, Lorena. It sounds really cool. That is awesome, because I did put a lot of work into getting the right sound. I wanted a female captain. I wanted to make sure that it didn't feel it didn't feel fake. And I think we got the right feel for it. And as I did mention last time, there was a whole bunch of stuff that I wanted to do on the launch of postcards. And it was definitely doing more of the theming. From memory, one of the emails that we sent out was your boarding pass is ready, and they're very heavily themed, like, grab your boarding pass. Actually, let me bring that up before I bring this up. Download your boarding pass. So if you have, if you're a subscriber, if you have purchased this kit, and you don't receive this email until your subscription has been processed, so until you've paid, but check your email, because you will receive this as a download for each kit, and they're all themed for each kit, and you can actually edit. So where it's got guest name, you can actually open it up in Acrobat and type in your name. This one shows that we're going from Switzerland to the Netherlands. So this was super exciting to do, and I've done this a few times, like for, I think maybe Go Wild, and I think I maybe started it with like Wonderlust. But yeah, it's super exciting to do stuff like this and to be able to send out something straight away so that you can have fun with that. So if you've used that, show us, make sure to print it out and hashtag show and tell, put it in the group. And I'd love to share that you're all using it. It's actually a really good bookmark size as well. Get on there. So yeah, that is a lot of fun. Oops, wrong one. So yeah, the boarding pass is there. Now back to the weekly photos. This little bumble, as you know, we've got bees in it. This little bumble went to the market, and this little piggy went to market, and this little bumble went for a cruise, and this little bumble went wee all the way home. Back to the tulip fields, and then we have our fourth week, which is making a splash, and this is our story week. So you can see the different weeks that we've got in there, and if you're loving these, let me know in the comments. Like, I want to know what you're loving. Yeah, let me know. These are our different sub themes for this kit, and it's really fun. Like, it's a really delicate balance, because we try and tie in the theme of the location, but also making it generic enough that you could use these stickers regardless, right? And even though it's travel-esque themed, it's also like mail themed, right? So it's that the postcards, there is so much ephemera out there, which is postcard based, the tags, the airmail strips, the all that, the wax seals, the stamps, all that sort of stuff is like a staple within our community. So it just made really good sense to sort of add to have those as a central feature that can be changed up really easily every month. So without further ado, let me start you off with Basic Lover. Basic Lover is our new, semi-new. It's still new. This is our second Basic Lover. Now, I'm not going to lie, we do need some more people to jump in, opt into this. So if you're interested, opt in. What was I going to say? If you're interested, opt in for a Basic Lover. I cannot wait. I was actually hoping to have this here for Yodel. So we received the papers for Yodel yesterday, and I was like, oh, where are the stickers? And Michael's like, oh, I got the warehouse to hold them because of all of the stuff happening. I'm like, because I was so excited to use, I'm so excited to use the whole lot, but really super excited to receive the Basic Lover stickers because like it's so new. And I think not only is it great if you have that kit, but it also works on its own. So let's jump through. I love what I see. I'm debating between buying one of the final quarter chapters or subscribe for Tulip Tales. It's a hard decision. It is a hard decision. So many good things. Thank you so much, Diana. I signed up right away. So excited for Basic Lover. So this is the postcard. So we have different postcards, and I'm very excited to see how these... Oh, actually, hold on. That is one thing I haven't looked at. I didn't open. So this is the new... Let me compare it to... the last... Another kit. So, I'm just opening up chapter 14. Oh, that didn't work. Hold on. The person got a little excited and did it twice. Open sesame. My head wanted to say open sesame. So, in terms of the die cut pack, as you can see, it's slightly smaller. That's because there is the postcards sizing on there, as opposed to the character card. You still get the character in there. There's Bastion. And yeah, it is, I believe, postcard size. Oh, it opens on the side now. And let me see. Oh, nice. So it's a little bit thicker. It's got the glossy overlay, so that way if you actually wanted, I believe I followed all the, because postcards have a certain layout that you have to do. I believe I followed it correctly. It should be able to be posted. I haven't done a test yet. I should be able to. It should send. Yes, it is 6x4. Let me just grab a ruler and double check. Where's my ruler? Where is my ruler? I put it away before the live in the interest of keeping my desk as clean as possible. And now I can't find my ruler. Oh, hold on, here's a tiny ruler. That'll work. I'm pretty sure, yeah, 6x4. It is 6x4 inches. So, and each kit has a different postcard. So, this is the one for Basic Lover. That's it. So thank you for that question, Karen. Okay, so that is the postcard. It's got the cute little bee inside the tulip. And this is the sticker folder for Basic Lover. And it says on it, let's tiptoe amongst the tulips and go find a windmill. And we've got every day I'm waffling. So that is super exciting. And we've got the tulip background behind there too. I believe that exported correctly. Yep. And we've got the tulip and the daffodils at the front. We've got the PCO2 up at the top. There's so many little details in all of this, and I hope everybody's loving it. Now, as we go into the line art and the quotes, So for Basic Lover, we've kept it has the same colors as the rest of the kit, but it's a really shrunken down color palette. So we keep generally to 3 of the 6 colors that we primarily use in the kit. So most kits have roughly 3 colors, and obviously that has a whole bunch of tones and slightly different colors due to watercolor and all that sort of stuff and digital art. But because of the art that's in Basic Lover, most of it is very strictly kept within the 3 main colors of that kit. So here we can see we've got a whole bunch of floral outlines, we've got a couple of the quotes, we've got a few of the words. A few of the like deco elements. And I've got one of the quotes which I couldn't get out of my head, and I apologize. There are so many like song lyrics that like get stuck in my head during all of these. So this one's canals to the left of me, flowers to the right, here I am, stuck at a windmill with you. Sorry, I shouldn't sing. And then we've got What's the Buzz with the cute little bee in there too, and a whole bunch of glorious flowers in there. And then we jump on to the foil overlays. Oh, this is one of my favorite new additions. For postcards, because we didn't do this before. And the overlays, we've got 2 of the side borders. We've got a whole bunch of different florals. We've got a little icon. We've got the mermaid tail in there. We've got a little postmark in there too. We've got a couple of dividers, and we've got like a box overlay down the bottom, and we've got special delivery written there too. And you can see behind that is one of the floral pages that we have, which is looking amazing. And then that leads us on to the other 2 floral pages that we have. So the basic is more floral heavy, basically because there is so much in so many florals that can be used for so many different occasions. You send a card, you put a floral sticker on the front. You send a postcard, you put a floral sticker on the front. There's so many opportunities to use the floral stickers. Thank you so much. Love the colors. Thanks, Angela, and also Sherelle. Thanks for that. I don't even know. I didn't even realize I said sorry. It's now such a habit, such a bad habit. I really love how the side borders are cut out for us. It makes them so much easier. Yeah, and one of the other changes that we made for postcards is that we're using the torn washi. So hold on, I have one in front of me. This one's my favorite. We're using the torn washi as the sidebar design, which gives you a couple of extra, bits and pieces, and it keeps it, not straight. It makes it all fancy. So yeah, that is. I'm really loving the colors. We've got blues, purples, yellows, greens. There. I really got to get over my green thing. And yeah, really loving how this turned out. And purples. Did I say purples? I meant to say purples. Yeah, loving all the florals. They are totally versatile. So then we move on to the line art and the speech bubbles. So we've got some of those dividers in there, which are the plain line art. We've got another quote, we're windmilling like a boss. Currently amongst the tulips, find me where the tulips grow. We've got some of the postmarks in there, which is that field with the windmill, and the everyday I'm waffling up there too. I love a good waffle of both kinds, the talking kind and the eating kind. And then we're going to jump over into the dates and the trackers. So yeah, this is something that we worked really hard to squeeze in every single sticker that we possibly could. That it is something that we spend a ridiculous amount of time here on. And I mean, you can actually probably tell from, if I bring up the florals, it would be so easy to space them further apart and have less on the page. And I have tried, but I just can't do it because I'm like, that's such a waste. I want to put more in there. I blame teenage me for playing so many hours of Tetris that sometimes I sit there going ding, 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 ding. So, yeah, we try and fit in every single possible sticker, and I drive Jamie nuts with it, that we possibly can. So we've done that with the headers and the date dots, because we bought them back, with the basics. And then also with the headers and the boxes. So in these boxes, some of them are the standard size, some of them are a bit of a different size, because I want to give so many different options. And then we jump over into these, which are double boxes tall and wide, and some more standardized sizes of the boxes too. And then we jump over into something which is completely new, which is so I was just reading a comment, Tiny Tim throwbacks. Not sure what that is either. So I'm loving the new hex page. I cannot wait to use this, and the circles page. Because the circles also are a mix of the bigger circles that you can write in, smaller circles which you can either use as features or write in, and then tiny ones which you can use to color code things in your planner. Then we jump on to another one of my favorite changes within postcards, which is the pocket tiptoeing through the tulips. Oh, Jamie. Okay, that's what the Tiny Tim thing is. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Jamie did send me the video of that. I just forgot. Yeah. So anyway, the guy that sang the song, yes. Tiptoeing through the tulips. Yeah, that's where that quote comes from. That was Jamie told me about that. And I was like, wow. Yes. Go onto YouTube and look that up. Okay, so yeah, so we've got the envelope, and that's a self-folding envelope. Once it arrives, actually, I do need to do a video. I know that Bess did one on, I believe it was when we did the live from Jamie's house after Go Wild, which was a while ago. She did show how to fold these. I do need to do like a reel or something like that to show how to fold the envelopes, because that would be great. And if you don't want to fold it, look, you can always just use the main part as one sticker, and then the pattern part as another, like you can cut out from that as well. So that's why there's a pattern on the bit that if you fold it like the pocket sticker, it wouldn't actually be shown, but that way if you don't want to use it as a pocket, you don't have to. And then we've got a washi page, which has the sidebars, the two washi, and then the extra additional washi strips in there too. And then we go on to our rippable sheets, and we've got the floral background, and then we have the floral outlines. And they are, you can tear them up, cut them up, however you feel that you want to use those pages. Chuck them through your silhouette, your Cricut, your whatever you want to throw those through. And yeah, cut some shapes out, all that sort of jazz. And then, yeah, so that is the basic lover for Tulip Tales. Like, I am loving it. Oh, yay! I am so happy with the basic lover. It is so versatile, and there is nothing basic about it. It was really hard to name this because this is as basic as I can get, which is funny because I would absolutely qualify as a basic witch. Diana, oh wow, the tulip page is awesome. Not sure if I could make myself tear it. Well, that's when you buy the digital creative kit, because that, I believe, is also included in that, which, side note, will be available in the next few days for those who have to purchase, for those who have already purchased the kit. And then once we change over to PCO3, then it is the digital is available for everyone to purchase. I hope I said that right. Okay, so next thing I need to show is, I told you I've got a lot of really fun previews to show today, and I will be sharing not the individual slides, but like the summary slides on our socials later today. So if you don't tune into this, you'll be able to see them there. Now onto Paper Lover. Again, postcard, different postcard. So it's different to the one that was in Paper Lover. And this one is like that nighttime feel vibes. Or those dusky skies that our captain told us about at the start. We've got the pouch. These pouches are so fun. So this is our suitcase pouch, which is the big. I don't have any of them here yet for postcards because it does take a little bit longer to get it here in Australia. But it is the bigger paper size. So we made that look like the suitcase. And then we have the stamp set. So the stamp set for this, so it has some, I'm going to bring this up next to it without the shine. There we go. So this is the PC01 and the PC02. And you'll see there are some similarities in some things. So we've got a couple of quotes in there, different styles, different types. We do have some things that have like the little things can be used in this postmark here. So if you've got this, parts that are in here work within it, like the mermaid stamp goes on it overlays some of that. And we've got the floral border down the bottom, and we've got the this is so much easier to point on here. We've got the country there, and the map of the country. And what we've done differently with this one, and I'm hoping this is subject to change because I squished in so much. I'm hoping that I'm just waiting for the final proof to come back from my supplier. I'm hoping it hasn't changed too much. There's a builder stamp. There's a builder series so that you can build your own. The houses, the Amsterdam houses are so inspiring. I love them so much. I was like, I need to make a builder for this in the stamp set. And if all goes according to plan, they roughly work on a 5mm grid, roughly. I'm hoping. That's if I don't have to make it smaller. Because I might have to, because I'm like squishing as much as I can in, because that's what I do. I'm so glad we're getting a windmill stamp. Love it. Yeah, I had to. I wanted to do windmills for so long. So with the builder, we've got the basic shape of the wall. And then we've got itchy head. We don't have itchy head as a stamp. And then we have the windows, from the windows to the wall. And then we have the different styles of rooftops. We have a light post. We then have a light post. We've then got the front door. We've got the separate window. We've got a bicycle that can be put out the front. We've also got so with the windmill, you could put the flowers in the front and then have the little bees going over as well. So there's so many different ways that you could do this. We've then got like a featurey sort of tulip in there. We've then got the postmark of the tulips and the field there. We've got a divider, which is the right next to the windmill. You can see the tall, slightly curved. And then we've got the gazelle. Sorry if I've pronounced that wrong. I really did listen so much. And then we've got the tulip. You can see in between one of the mermaid's tails and the little bee. There's the tulips, and that fits into this stamp here too. And see, the thing is too, this is where it helps to stay subscribed, because there's going to be some that like add on to the original and that build as we go through. And that way I can fit more stamps in and you can have a larger variety of stamps too. So that is the stamp set. And then we have the adhesive die cuts. And there's so many pretty things in there, and you'll see more of these as we go through the layouts, especially once we get to the stickers. And then we have the papers. So we've got that beautiful scene. I'm loving these scenes in postcards, which you get a sneak peek of in the video that I shared earlier. And there's the pink background on that. And then I mentioned the houses before, right? So the year houses, I had to do a stacked paper for the houses. This was so much fun to put together. And then we have the tulips, because they're just a happy rainbow. And we all need happy rainbows right now. And then we have the floral page is very Delft blue, which is iconic to the region, inspired. So broke free of my normal layout for this paper, but I had to because it was so perfect and so beautiful. It just had to happen. Let me know what you think. And then we have let me open up this. We have the postcards, the mail-in page. And this replaces the old, sorry for the crinkle. For those who aren't ASMR lovers, I'm not a big fan of it. Of the ASMR, not my papers. So of this page. So this was the PC011. And yeah, that is the one for PC02. And then we have the vellum and the acetate, and this is so cute because we've got, it actually layers really nicely, and this is one thing that we're trying to do when we can, which is the layering. So like, for example, this was the acetate for PC01, and then once we add it onto the paper behind, there is the, if I move that around, you can see it a little bit better. Like it works really nicely layered, right? So we're gonna, where we can, we're gonna be creating more vibes like that, where you can layer and have a bit of fun with it. Now let's jump over into the journal cards. As you can see, we've got the gazelle. If somebody could just let me know if I'm pronouncing that right. Where's Patricia? Actually, it wasn't Patricia. Somebody else had said, who's usually in this live, has said that their husband is from the region. Let me know if I need to update my pronunciation. I'm sure I do. So we've got a whole bunch of really cool ones here. We've got two of the journal cards in there. We've got, it's kind of Delft blue inspired, but then I added my own twist onto it because all of these are inspired by the region, but it's our own twist on it, right? So I've added the yellows in there so you get that really moon. I just wanted to sing when the moon, but that's like Italy, hits the sky like a big pizza pie. That's amore. So it's got the moon sort of, or the sun, it's actually the sun sort of shimmering off there. We've got the beautiful mermaid's tail in a smoosh. We've got some of the scenery in there. We've got the waffling. We've got the little love heart for the with the colors and the different things, and then we've got the daffodils in there too. I'm loving these journal cards. They were so much fun to make. And then that is the Paper Lover pack. Okay, let us jump. I know this is going for a while, and I do have to like hurry up my backside because Michael does have a part of his course today that I need to make sure I am looking after the kids for. So let's jump over straight into Planner Lover. So pretty, yay. So this one, the Planner Lover postcard, is the one that has the caption over the top. So we've got the Netherlands over the top of this one, and we have a Van Gogh inspired painting with the windmill and the tulips, and this was another thing that was in the Ted Lasso episode. So yeah, Jamie said, hey, what do you think of doing our own version of Starry Night and including that? And I was like, oh, I'm all up for that because I saw her on Ted Lasso. And I've told Jamie the way to sell me on the different things is give me something I can watch that will really immerse me in the feels of the locations. So because what was I watching for the first one? Oh, well, in my head, I had The Sound of Music, even though I know it's not Switzerland, although in the movie they end up in Switzerland. That's where they say that they go to, even though in real life it was different. But I had that in my head a lot of the time for that. Now, so that is the postcard for Planner Lover. And then we have the small pouch for Planner Lover, because it is the smaller sized, which just felt postcard sized, right? Let's tiptoe amongst the tulips and go find a windmill. So we've got that on the cover of that. And then we have the sticky notes and the notepad. So once again, the little postage stamp with what you can write over the top of in the middle. And if you have a look, there's a little circle at the top of that. That's so that you can, if you need to write like a date or like important or memo or to do or whatever, it's like a title section for that. And then we have the notepad, which was kept really simple so that you can, use them, write over them. You can use these as boxes on your page as well. Like there's nothing saying you have to use it as a notepad specifically. They can just be extra boxes that go onto your layout. And I've seen a lot of people in our group do that. So thank you for that idea. And then we have the washi card. And so this one, Tulip Tales, it's got the 02. Thank you for the person who said in chapters, but I think they said it when we were on like chapter 13, was to add in the number, that they wish that they had the number. So that's been added on for this series. And then we have the washi. You ready? So then we have the washi. So we've got the gradient strip, which goes blue, purple, yellow. We then have that gorgeous smooshy, the gorgeous smoosh flowers. And then we have the buildings, because how could I not? And then, okay, one thing I really hate about the preview is that you don't actually see how amazing, and maybe I need to like extend this preview out, because this washi is epic and there is so much more to it. It's got some of the postcards, and then it sort of does a scene transition. So we've got one part of it, which is literally the windmill. And then the other part, then it sort of transitions in the middle to the, it shows another bunch of postcards in the middle. And then it goes on to the canals, and it's got the mermaid and some, this washi here has foil overlays on it. So there's foil on that washi. Which was another add in for postcards. And then we've got the final rip washi at the bottom. Is that that is the updated one. And we've got a couple of tulips. We've got a whole bunch of tulips in there and a couple of daffodils in there. Love, 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 love the buildings. Yeah, me too. So that is the Planner Lover, plus we'll get into the Sticker Lover next, because that is included in Planner Lover. Okay, so Sticker Lover. Sticker Lover is probably my favorite postcard. Actually, no, it's not. They're all my favorites for all different reasons. I'm loving the mermaid tail. It's got like the pretend sticker over the top, which is the Amsterdam-esque pin sticker. One of the things that we had planned to do for postcards was literally make the enamel pins. So this design is what the enamel pin would have been, or roughly would have been, for this kit. But obviously with events that were happening, we had to not do those. But I still wanted to include the design, so that's included as a picture on there. Then we have the folder. So this folder is our... I don't know why it has the lines through it. I'll have to look. Maybe it's an issue with my export. It shouldn't have those lines through it. But this one looks a little bit more like the suitcase. So it's got the suitcase corners. It has the heart sticker on the inside pocket. And then the inside back is the travel pattern. Now the travel pattern has a few things which are a staple every month. So it's got the airplanes and the little doodle lines, but then it has different parts of it which are specifically for that kit. So that gets updated every month as well. So yeah, I'm really loving that pattern. And for those of you who store your sticker sheets separately, you can always cut these, like you can always put these, punch them and put them into your planner, or you can cut them in half and use it just as a divider, or you could just cut the pocket off and use the pocket. Like there is so many versatile ways to use this folder, which is a big, like, being able to reuse as much packaging as possible was really important to me. Let's jump in. Oh no! Oh, the minis didn't... Okay, this is obviously the old minis. This is obviously the old minis page. This is not the minis page for this kit. Obviously, it includes the bees. I will get that up as soon as I possibly can. Not right now, because it looks like I stuffed up the export, but that's okay. So let's concentrate on the front page. So the front page, we've got a whole bunch of gorgeous deco for this kit. We've got the windmill. We've got our main character, Lottie. And isn't she cute? She's the florist. If I haven't mentioned that before, she's the florist who has... She works at the Amsterdam florist, and she meets Alex there. And we've got our version of the Van Gogh Tulip Starry Night. And we've got the canals and all the pretty things in there too. And then we're going to jump over into the florals, which you saw in the basic lover. But these ones are on clear matte. Hey, Sharon. And yeah, these are looking, they're just, I'm really happy that we could offer them in two different ways. And we only get to do that by having the two separate kits. Because it makes them even more versatile. Then we're going to jump over into the functional plus the headers that are included in the sticker lover. So there's a whole bunch of headers, and they are made to look like they are literally stamped on, right? So we changed up how they look for this for postcard series, and then you've got a bunch of the smaller headers below, not before. And then you have, I think being tied just hit me. And then you have on the page that's in front, you've got, if I start from the top, you've got two seals, like two wax-esque seals. You've then got the postmarks. You've also got a double wide box, which looks like the back of the postcard, so you can write on both sides of those. We then have the different stamps for the region. So we've got two of the floral stamps. We've got the mermaid stamp in there, and then we've got the two from different. So we've got the one from one of the weeks, and the last one, which is like the local area, so Netherlands, using the main preview like image that we use for it. Oh yay! Tulips have always been my favorite flower. I love the smoosh washy. Yay! And then moving down from that, we've got two of the post-it notes because they are so versatile to use. And we have two folding stickers. Now you can either use these as folding stickers, or you can cut them and use them as individual stickers, like the top box, the top postcard / envelope, and the box below. And then we have another little postmark in the middle. Moving on from that, we then have the Vibe Fetty and the boxes. Now there is some repeats in what the Vibe Fetty has, like the general repeats, general planning repeats. Oh, it's got it's getting no. And then we have the boxes in front, and they've got some of the florals in there too. Then next up, we've got the foil overlays and the headers. So the headers have 2 full weeks of dots. 2 full weeks of date dots. And then we have 3 rows of dots. And then we have a whole bunch of trackers in there too. And then going on to the foil overlays, we've got, this has more of the deco in it. So whereas the the one that's included in basic is more of the florals and simple. This has more deco related to the weeks and things like that. So we've got the windmill, we've got a building, we've got the bike, we've got the mermaid's tail, we've got the tulip stamp overlay, and then the box overlays as well. Now go, oh, it's hot in here with all the lights. And I think the aircon got turned off. Michael, can we turn the aircon on again? Oh, this is actually, hold on, wait. Actually, that's probably too loud. Let me turn that off. And then next up we have week 1. Oh, my fluffy hair. Week 1, we are going to the flower market in Amsterdam. And there is the awesome flower cart and a whole bunch of the florals. We got 2 of the images there, and from the markets, we've then got the middle image which you can write on, which is the written box. We've then got the love heart. The love heart tulip bouquet is like one of my favorites. And then we have the row of buildings at the bottom, and also for that tear. And then on the opposite side, we've got the photo. We've got the awning at the top too, in the colours that match this week. We've got some really cool florals under that, some of the bees, and I'm trying to remember what was under. Oh, we got some buildings under there too. The fan wasn't loud. Okay, let me turn it back on then. Thank you for letting me know. If it is loud, please let me know. Maybe it's just aircraft noise. The lights that I have on in here makes it a little bit hotter. I normally like the heat, but on the live, it's a little bit much. And then we have, it is actually harder for me to concentrate with that on though. We jump over to week 2, and week 2 has we go off to the canals, and we've got that, oh, you can't hear the fan at all. Oh, that's good. Oh, the aircon's just come on. Thank you. We've got the big canal boat, and we've got the awning in the different colour. I know you want to go outside, Elsa. You just need to wait. And we've got the everyday and waffling. We've got that. So this is like brunch by the canals, and we've got the stroop waffles, the honey, the lamp post. We've got the little bow with the Delft blue pattern on it. We've got honey and another lamp post there, and the canal and the clogs, and one of the statues in, which part of the Netherlands is it in? I think it might be, is it Amsterdam or is it Holland? Or is it, I can't quite remember where exactly it is. I'll have to find out. But there's a statue of a mermaid, which inspired the last week, the week 4 of this kit. And yeah, then we've got the houseboat, which was inspired by the location and Ted Lasso. And then we jump over into week 3, which is we go from the canals and we're off to find a windmill. So we find me where the tulips grow. We've got the gorgeous tree. We've got the beautiful windmill. We've got that scene. We've got another layer of the tulip row, which is slightly different to the other ones. Yay! I'm glad that you're loving. Oh, we're loving the awnings. I do love that, because I thought it would look great as a top corner too. Oh, Sherelle, there is also a large mermaid statue in Napier, New Zealand. There we go. That is awesome. I do love that. So week 3, love the serenity of week 3. Yeah, it's just really chill. And we've got, I need to write down some more notes on the different weeks, because we've got more of like the traditional style dress, or traditional inspired style dress for the region. We've got some honeycomb in there. We've got tulips in a box. We've got the tote with the baguettes and the tulips, and we've got the window. And underneath, what you can't see is there's a whole bunch of cute little bees, which you can, put around on your layout too. And then we jump over into week 4. Now, week 4 is very, so it's inspired by the idea behind it is that Alex's going around and she's drawing and writing a story inspired by all these different places, right? It's a very loose tie-in to chapters, but it helps. It made it really easy to bring in a slightly different style that was a lot more fun, that was more fantastical and mythical, and let us really have our imagination run away with us. So this one's about, mermaids, and there's the shipwreck. The shipwreck is cool. Yes, I absolutely agree. Oh, no, hold on. There we go. Oh, my computer's decided that my iPad is connected. The shipwreck is cool. Yeah, it is amazing. That's like a really nice wide sticker. So there's it mixes in with the background and the foreground. And the idea behind it is that it's got the different sketches, right? So there's the hand-drawn sketches, and then there's the feature items, which are fully painted and colored in. And you'll notice on the boxes and the tears that there is the that they are full of sketches from that week. Now, if you purchase the creative kit, so the digital printable creative kit, that actually has that as a full paper, and it's a whole bunch of sketches and art inspired by like how like animators and all that do storyboards. And like, I mean, I do storyboards for websites and sometimes for the kits. And when I went to Disney, I loved going into, there was a shop at Disney which had like, it literally looked like the animator's studio, and it showed like the storyboards where you could purchase, I wish I could have purchased one, the storyboards for the different movies that they've done, and just having like inspiration from that. So I really wanted to work in something like that, where it's like it's the concept of the story, it's putting the story together, it's all the thoughts behind it. So that's what's inspired this. And we are working on the actual storylines to put up on the blog eventually. Once life chills out, we will catch up on all that. And then we go into the rippable pages. Is that the right rippable page? I think that's the wrong rippable page. I think it's pulled in the wrong one. It is meant to be, I know I can pull this up quickly. Hold on, is it on the last? I think I can show it on here. It's actually a different, yeah, it is. It's a different pattern. Let me see if I can drop this in really quickly. Only because I have this like super quick on my, in my Mox folder. This I can drop in because it's already been exported, I believe. Okay. Whoa, that's big. That was unnecessarily big. So that is actually that page. That looks like it was put on there from the, let me just cover that. Put on there from the so this one here is in the basic lover, but this one here is in the sticker lover. So that's the full page rippables in this, and that's like inspired from the canals and the night lights on there. And yeah, I wanted to have like two different ones. And then we have, let me hide that. And then we have the full view of what the Tulip Tales PCO2 Tulip Tales sticker lover looks like. So, and of course that is included within the Planner Lover pack as well. So that is the preview for Tulip Tales. If you have already, let me just check this back on. If you have already purchased this kit, if you've already paid for it, make sure you head off into your email, check your email for your boarding pass, because you can download that, open it up in Acrobat, and you can edit that and put your own name in there and print it off. And make sure, I mean, I don't say this now because it's included in we've front loaded show and tell. But with all of our kits, we absolutely love seeing what you're making with them. So please share in the group what you've made. Use the hashtag PA Show and Tell, because like then we put it up on all of our socials. Well, we're getting there. It at least gets on the YouTube. Thank you so much, Julie. Yeah, it did take us a little bit longer to pull this kit together, as I mentioned, but as you can tell, it was totally worth the wait. We are still on time though for submissions. So that means that there shouldn't be a delay in the physical product, as long as I can get stuff approved right now. And as long as things stay calm, that should still all be on time. As I mentioned earlier, actually, let me jump over into Yodel, PC01, Yodel. PC01 is running on time, which is amazing because I did not think it would be running on time. I know, Ursula, hold on. And yeah, it is, I mean, I already have, as I was showing you, I already have some of that here in front of me. I only have the paper pack, but like, it is so pretty. It is so pretty. Let me jump over really quickly into Elsa. What are you growling at? Are you growling at me because you want to go to the toilet? Let me jump over into Q&A. Let me know if you have any questions. I will do my best to answer them. If you have any questions for the USA with the tariffs, please go back and watch what we talked about earlier, because that's the most accurate. And I really don't want to talk about those again after I've pepped myself back up again on showing pretty things. The sale will be ending soonish. As mentioned, if you're in the States, you are better off to order those now and not delay to avoid any extra costs. Hold on. Yeah, that is, I would show you through, but to be honest, I'm so exhausted from the not getting a lot of sleep lately and the first part of this live that it's just really taken it out of me. So yeah, otherwise I would be totally flipping through. Thank you so much for your support, Sharon. I mean, I thank you to everybody who's supporting us, and we're going to make sure that we keep the digital products coming too. One of the things that I am hoping to bring back once we catch up on again is more digitals, so that way, you know, there's more options to purchase as well to keep us going. I am so excited for the PC series, yay! Like, the PC series, the postcard series really made me nervous starting off with them, but I feel like we're settling into a really good groove with them now. And now that we've shown 2 of them, you can sort of see the patterns that they follow, and to sort of have a really good expectation of, you know, what's coming up and how the theme sort of rolls out through the rest of the kit. It's super exciting, and I'm really loving for it. Okay, Jane's got a question. The digital creative kits for chapters don't access the blog content. I am guessing they should. That might not be set up automatically, so if that hasn't happened, please message customer service and Jamie will help you out with that. The amazing Jamie. I need ideas for PC, like how to use them, just like any normal kit, just like any of our other kits, the same way. If I believe that because there's already, like, the creative kit, PC01's creative kit has been out. There's already, I think there was already people using it, I believe. But also there's, I think Bianca is making like a separate sort of journal thing for them. Is that right, Bianca? And she's been sharing some videos for that, which look incredible in our group. I shared a couple of them in the show and tell at the start. And that's why we front load all of the the show and tell now. Like, we wouldn't be here without everyone who supports us. And so having that at the front so that you can see, it's not just a cover for the fact that I'm usually madly scrambling to get started before the live, but it's also to show the reason why we're here. And the reason why we're here is you. And how inspiring you all are. So we're trying to add as many as we can into that. I love the idea of learning and journaling about the other countries. Yeah. And I mean, if you need to, like, some of the ideas are, you can write your own story and imagine that you've gone to this country. It doesn't even have to be inspired by these countries. Like, this is still just a really pretty scene. There is so many different, like, this is still a really cool paper with cheese and chocolate. It doesn't have to be about that specific country if you don't want it to be. Just like the chapters range didn't have to be a story about Alex or a story about yourself. There is so many different layers, and that's really what we pride ourselves on here. We make kits that are so different to everybody else's, because that's important to us here. We want to take you not just on a journey of pretties, and if you just want a journey of pretties, that's fine too. But we want to take you on a journey that you can actually use in other ways. So yeah, that is it. That is alive today. I'm hoping to, when I have more spoons, I do not have many spoons right now, but I'm hoping to do some separate recordings of the different things that I learn about these countries, because there is so much. And it has been a lot of fun. Anyway, I'm going to head off, maybe have a nap. If you've liked this video, thank you for the person who just gave me a thumbs up. Please give us a thumbs up. After I finish the live and the live comments have gone, drop another comment, because that, watch it in the background while you've got, one of the things I do with like other Bessa's YouTubes is I have it playing in the background while I'm working on something, so that way it gives her a view. A lot of us creators have, we have an add-on at the front, and that way it monetizes, and it's not a big income, but it's something. And if we're working towards monetizing, it sort of gets us a little bit closer. There's so many different ways you can support your favorite creators, especially at the moment. So, and we absolutely appreciate it. Anyway, please take care of yourselves. Take a break. Tune out. Talking to myself here now. Have a wonderful couple of weeks. I think my next live is in a couple of weeks. Yeah, like and subscribe. Thanks, Julie. And I will see you all again soon. Thank you so much for your support. Sending love out to every single one of you. Take care of yourselves and see you soon.